I don't even know if it's morning or afternoon. I just know it's a beautiful day. And I'm so happy to be out and away from the apartment. Forgive me, I'm sitting close to the road, and evidently it's a well traveled road. I came out to the water not far from my apartment so that I could enjoy the water. I've always found water to be peaceful. Let me show y'all this. So even though they're doing construction out here, they're not busy right now. So I just get to sit out at this little lake, enjoy, and I'm on my scooter. So it was no problem. I'm just enjoying the shade, hiding from the sunshine. I did sit in the sun while I was eating my lunch. But after I finished my lunch, I came over and found some shade. I didn't want to get too hot. But I will be staying hydrated with the water. Yes. I just wanted to say thank you to so many people. Thank you for all the prayers, all the love, all the concern, all the well wishes. Um, thank you for all of that. I'll just let y'all vibe about this. I told myself I was going to crochet while I was out here. I bought a whole project with me. I'm supposed to be making a Hello Kitty bikini. I made one cup of the top. Yes, came out here and surrounded myself with all this beautiful water and wish to goodness I had a fishing pole. Lord have mercy. I miss fishing so much. That was something I would do with my mother. My mother passed away. Father's Day will be 5 years ago. And I've not been fishing since she's been gone. And it's something that my family has always loved to do. But it's like losing someone that major is like losing a part of yourself. And along the way you realize that you really haven't lost yourself. You just kind of tucked it away because you're either running from those feelings or whatever, for whatever reason. Well, honestly, what it is that you're still grieving. And I had a dream. It's really weird. I had a dream a couple of weeks ago that I was moving into a new house. It was a house, not an apartment. And my mother pulled up. There was a U-Haul truck there. These guys were loading everything into the house, and I was just basically supervising, letting them know where things belonged. Um, and as my mom sat out front in the car, I walked over to the car and I said to her, "Why don't you come in? You know, we got the living room set up. You can come in and relax at least. And the next thing they're going to do is put my bed together, so if you need to lay down, you can." And she said, "I'm not coming in. I want you to understand me." And she reached out for my hand. And I put my hand on her arm, and she put her hand on top of mine. And she said, "You're going to be okay. I have to leave you now, but you're going to be okay." It was weird to have that dream. I've been stressed out a lot. I've been really, really, really stressed to the point that I had a heart attack. The doctor just said to me when I saw her last week, Friday, she said, if you don't stop stressing, you're going to kill yourself. Like how my daughter said the same thing to me. But it's hard not to stress when you don't see a situation changing. When you see yourself in a bad place and you don't know where to go for help. So I just keep my head up and I stay in prayer. And pray that the situation just gets better until it gets fixed. And once it gets fixed, I don't ever want to go back to this again. I don't ever want to go back to this again. I've lived my entire adult life struggling. I have struggled. I had 3 kids of my own and took on the responsibility of 32 others. And I worked. I drove cab. I worked at convenience stores. I worked at drugstores, hospital, the clothing store, harassed people on the phone about coupon books and insurance, and I even tried selling cars for like a couple of weeks, and I did good. The couple of weeks that I was there, it just wasn't my thing. The whole process just moved too slow for me, and the commission wasn't worth the process. And I worked at 7-Eleven for years, and I worked my way up from sales associate to assistant manager. And when I went to Dollar General, I went in as an assistant manager and stayed there for a couple of years until I left to take care of my mother when she was getting radiation treatments. And then I went back to 7-Eleven, and then I went to Courtyard by Marriott, front desk clerk. But the whole point of the matter is I worked. Days that I didn't feel like going because I've been sick for a long time. I've been sick for a long time. The first issue I had with my heart was in 2000. And I've not had a pain-free day since then. And not saying they were all chest pains, but there has been pain in my life. There was pain before, but it would subside. But I've had continual pain since 2000. I still pressed on, and I still worked. Every day. In 99, I had 4 jobs. I drove cab, worked at Exxon, worked at Innovations, which was selling coupon books, and worked at Fashion Bug Plus selling clothes. Plus, I was going to school for nursing assistants. That was in 99. All at the same time. I had kids to feed. I had kids to clothe. It's not like I could reach out to their families or the fathers of mine and get any assistance because it wasn't happening. The kids that kind of wandered in came because they came from, most of them came from big families where they felt ignored, pushed aside, bullied. There's no bully policy in my house. We can laugh and joke for days, but there was no bullying. I just wanna I just wanna live. I want to be able to wake up in the morning, and if I feel like going to get a Starbucks coffee, go get a Starbucks coffee. That's not my favorite, trust me. I like it, I love it, but my favorite is what I make at home. I want it, you know what? Let's make it simpler. I want to be able to get up in the morning with no pain and go in the kitchen and be able to stand in there for the duration of the time it takes to make a cup of coffee. That's how bad it is, y'all. I have to sit down while the coffee is running in the cup, a Keurig. I don't want that pain. I want to live. I just don't want the pain. I want to stop feeling like I can't move. So all of the progress that I put forth to lose the 90 pounds that I lost feel like it's for naught because it's slowly creeping back up because I can't get out and about like I want to. I can't move around like I need to because of the pain. How do I feel today as opposed to the beginning of the week when the heart attack? I feel decent. I do. And I'm so happy that the swelling in my feet and legs have finally gone down. I put on a pair of shoes today and I cried because I was able to put my feet in shoes. I've been wearing these raggedy old bed because that was all I could slide my feet into. I guess you can see I got a crease in my ankle now there where my feet were swollen. Yeah, that was not there while I was going through the swollen feet, ankles, and legs process. We just got to make this happen. I think I'm gonna skedaddle on back to the apartment, get in my comfortable chair. It's a little warm out. It's supposed to be in the 90s today, and I think it must be 89.99 right now because it's rather hot. Yeah, I like cooler temperatures, but yeah, I think I'm gonna scoot on back to the apartment and get this bathing suit made, and finish my nephew's blanket since he's supposed to be calling me today. And then I can work on the Spratz blanket a little more because I'm a little more than halfway done with that one. I've been working on that one for about 2 weeks. And yeah, it's time for that one to be completed as well. Then I can focus on, excuse me, then I can focus on the moss stitch blanket and my grandson's temperature blanket. When I started the temperature blanket thing at the beginning of the year, my original desire, there are 12 blankets total that I wanted to make. My desire was to make 4 this year. So, being that it's not June yet and I completed one is so close to finish. Honestly, you all, it's like 2 rows need to be added across the top and then a 2-row border. So that can be finished in no time. Um, and then my grandsons, excuse me. Yeah, my grandsons, I made them in panels. I made a 4-month panel, 3 4-month panels. So I've completed the first panel of my grandsons. I just need to make the second and thirds of the year. The rest of the other 8 months, I need to get those done, and then put his name in the top of his and border it. But yeah, I got to go through and because I've been using, I've just been snatching yarn and making stuff, just snatching it and making it, trying to get out of this funk. But I got to go through now and make sure I have all the yarn that I'm supposed to have. I hope I had the presence of mind to tuck it away like I was supposed to. I hope I did. Yep. But yeah, I on my weight loss journey, I think I'm gonna do what I did before, which starting slow is probably the better way for me. Um, Eventually, I'll get up to dancing. That helped me burn a lot of my calories because I couldn't do the walking like I wanted to. Oh, it's a beautiful puppy. How y'all doing? I'm well, thank you. It's a family out walking. It's a nice day for it. It's just, for me, it's a little too warm. My ideal temperature is between 55 and 60. So it's well over that. It's almost 30 degrees over that. That's a lot. That's a lot of degrees. Yeah. But yes. Yes, darling. But yes, I'm my plans are to get back into my water, increase my water intake. Move more. Get these batteries for my scale. I am so sorry. I'm starting to feel like I was out here running a marathon. And all I did was move from one tree to another. The other tree wasn't offering any shade, so I came down to the one that was. There's like a little light breeze coming off the lake. And it's just enough to keep it from really being too hot. Yeah, it's time to go. Little critters are starting to fly. I don't do well with those. I know I'm a country girl. I understand that. Yes. Raised in Wilson, North Carolina. Let me tell you a funny story. So, if I'm not mistaken, I was like 14, 15 years old. I used to spend the summers with my grandmother. I say her because my grandfather passed when I was 11. But I used to spend my summers with my grandmother back at home. I always call Wilson home. And this particular summer, my Uncle Ernest, my grandfather's brother, had land further down the road, further down Nair Street, down 258. And it was tobacco harvesting season. So he came by one evening and said, "Baby." For years, y'all, I thought my name was Baby. That's all everybody ever called me. When I started school, and my first grade teacher, Miss South Hall, asked me my name, I told her my name was Baby. I did. That's all anybody called me. So Uncle Ernest comes by the house and he's like, "Baby, you want to make some extra money this summer?" And I'm like, "Yes, sir." He said, "You'd be working from 5 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And knowing how much you love to swim, The pool is open from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So you still have plenty of time to go down to the pool. And I'm like, okay, yes, sir. That sounds good. So he comes to pick me up the next morning around 4:30. And we drive and pick up a few more ladies. And we go down to my uncle. I come from a family that hustles. It's just that they were successful in their hustles. My uncle had his tobacco. Well, he had his farms because he had more than just the tobacco, but that's where he needed the most help. So he had his farms, and he would hire people to help him crop his crops. And he also drove cab. He was active in his church, but I forgot what he did at his church. He was a Mason. And then there was my granddaddy. My granddaddy was a mortician, an insurance agent. My granddaddy ran numbers. He was a Secret Service police officer. And he and his brother Ernest sold weed. Might as well just put it out there. Like I said, they were successful businessmen. My grandfather was very well off with a 4th grade education. So I was born okay. My mother was kind of militant and stubborn and wanted to prove that she could, do things her way. So I was acclimated to a life of struggle because it was just me and my mom. And for some reason, people think school teachers make a lot of money. No, they don't. No, these people are so underpaid, underappreciated. I mean, it's much more than them sitting in a classroom babysitting these kids either all day in preschool and primary grades, and for at least an hour a day in the upper grades. It's ridiculous that when that hour and 15 minutes or hour and a half is over, or even in college when it's 2 to 3 hours is over, you still have to take this paperwork home with you or spend time in your office going over paperwork that you've done. You got to make lesson plans for these kids. If you have things that you use, if you have teaching aids that you use, then when you're going out and you're buying the stuff, you're using your money. The school doesn't provide you money to go out, the teachers money to go out and do that. So they have to use their own money to go out and do things. That when they give them stipends to use things like the paper and the printers and stuff like that, then it's like, okay, well, you get 100 sheets a month. What do we mean 100 sheets a month? I got 30 kids in each class, and I got 5 classes and 150 kids. What you want me to do? And now that everything has become computerized, they want these kids to use these Chromebooks, but half the time the kids are sitting in the class emailing each other, telling their parents what a crappy day they're having, having the parents to run up to the school instead of the parents looking at it. Why are you emailing me while you're in class? I see why you having a crappy day. You don't know what's going on. You wasting my time. But parents nowadays don't look at it like that. They don't. They just go on the word of the child. Well, what is she not teaching? Is she not engaging my child? No, I can't engage your child when your child has downloaded games on this Chromebook and they sit here and play games all through my class. I'm here to teach them. I'm not here to put all my focus into this one child and try to make them behave. That's not what the teacher is there for. And they don't get any backup from parents at homes nowadays. They don't. The parents just feel like, that's their responsibility. If my child fails, it's because the teacher didn't do her job. Well, have you helped them with their homework? When they got in from school, did you make sure stuff was there? Did you go through their book bags? Did you make sure that they have done everything? Did you make sure they bought you paperwork that you were supposed to have? Are you really keeping tabs on them to see what they're doing? No. You just look at the report card when it comes out and be like, Well, what is this teacher doing? What is that teacher doing? How about asking Johnny or Susie or Sally or Quay Quay or whoever what they are not doing? Sorry. I guess y'all can tell I feel some sort of way about that. I never was a teacher. Wasn't in me to be a teacher. My patience went towards kids that were going to be around me for longer than an hour and a half to 2 to 3 hours or whatever. My patience went towards kids that were going to be there. And I did what I had to do to raise my kids. Not all of it was good. It wasn't. It wasn't. Do I regret anything that I did? No. There were no regrets because my kids are healthy. And the 3 kids that I gave birth to, no jail time. One has a double doctrine. One served in the Army for 6 years and is doing quite well. The other is the mother of my 2 grandchildren and takes care of me. No, I don't have any regrets. Would I do it all over again? If I knew what I know now, I'd do it differently. Some of the same things I probably still would do, but I would do it differently. I'd find a different way to save. I'd find a way to invest. I would invest in different companies. I wouldn't give some of the companies that I work for that have totally obliterated my 401ks, I wouldn't give them access to my monies. I wouldn't, because I'd have done research instead of gone on trust. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I would have done differently. But for the bulk of it, if I did not know what I know now, if I had to go back and relive the same life and raising my kids, yes. To have the same outcome or better, yes, I would. So no, I have no regrets. It hurts that I've had to struggle like I've had to struggle, and it seems like, through all the struggle, first of all, I'm 60 years old, and if it weren't for the aches and pains that I'm going through and the medical problems, I don't feel a day over 32. I don't. I don't feel like this person that is supposed to be getting around on the scooter. In my mind, when one of my favorite songs come on, I should be able to jump up and dance and sing and, twirl around. Oh my God, I love modern dancing. I can't now. And that kind of snaps me into the reality of, hey, look, girl, you 60. You ain't 26 no more. But I feel like I am. I can't get out here and run around somebody's 4 bases after hitting a home run. I can't even hit a home run now if you paid me to. Shoot, half the time I can't even see the ball. It's a battle swing. I'm gonna close my eyes and swing for all I can. But yeah, I know that there's a difference. I know that I don't have the strength that I used to have. I set records throwing the shot put and the discus. I set records for my high school and for my state in doing that. And now you put a shot put in my hand, a little 8-ounce shot put. Whew, child, please. I bend over and pick it up. I'm gonna have to drop it back on the floor and sit down. Exactly. But yeah, it's already stressful enough trying to learn the capabilities of the body that I have to work with now as opposed to the body that I used to have. It's hard to align the mind with the now body as opposed to the before body. But yeah, I don't understand parents who just turn their kids over to the system and expect the system to make. I don't understand these schools teaching SOL only. Half the time, the stuff that you teach on that SOL doesn't happen in real day life. My daughter, bless her heart, picked apart that SOL in training her, in preparing her kids for the SOL. She took those questions and turned them into everyday life. And it's sad that she had to do it the way she had to do it. But this is the life that our kids lead now. She took one of those word problems and she said, Jaquan, Jaquan had a knot when he left the house. He went to his pickup point and picked up a kilo. Came back home and broke it up into whatever. Sold X amount, sold this size for this amount and this size for this amount. How many did he sell at this quantity? How many did he sell at this quantity? Now, mind you, the first time, how you doing? All right, before they took the SOL, the first time, she didn't break it down like that. And even though all of them passed, which is a great testament to her because she stays on her kids, even though all of them passed, the second time they took the SOLs, every one of them babies scored like massively higher because she broke it down into a language that they could understand. You know, she turned these characters into the gang members in their neighborhoods. You know, and for those that are in church, to the fighting congregation. You know, because a lot of churches nowadays are sad. They are. There's so much fighting and discord among the members. And I just see every clique that I look at now as a cult. To me, I do. I just, it's just me. It's not, but I say it's just me. Because it's everybody who has a belief it's somebody who has a belief and wants everybody else to follow their belief. Sounds pretty cult-like to me. I mean, I can understand groups and clubs that get together that have like ideas, or somebody who's doing something or one thing and other people enjoy it. I don't think all organizations are cult, but a whole lot of them gather in with fictitious I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't get the words together. But they're selling their dream to other people, and other people are falling in line. Whether their dream is right or wrong. I tell everybody all the time, this is just my perspective. This is how I see things. I'm not asking anybody to jump on board. I listen to other people because I enjoy hearing. Sometimes I can pick things out of what other people are saying. I can understand their point of view. You know, and all I ask in life is just for mine to be heard. And you know, okay, yeah, see, I need it to have already been gone. It's like gnats and termites and an ant-looking thing with wings to me is a termite, even though it might not be, but it is to me. But I just want to talk to y'all at the same time. I don't know what I'm getting ready to do right now. I'm so confused. I'm going to finish my water. It's just a little bit left. That's what I'm going to do. And when I finish my water, I'm going to wrap things up, and I'm going to take my little 8-mile-per-hour scooter and make my way back home. Whew. It's a beautiful morning. Oh, yeah. It's that time. I'll stick this in my trash can. I got a little trash can on my scooter. And on the top it says, it's upside down, but it says trash can. It was gifted to me. Don't do that. I'm dropping stuff. Okay, stick that in my trash can. Make my way down here to the other trash can and throw my little trash can in their big trash can, so my trash can will be empty. You know what? Honestly, all jokes aside, I thank y'all for hanging out with me. I really do. I needed to get that off my chest and off my mind. And I was told by my daughter to come sit out here at the water and de-stress, and that's what I've done for the day. And I'm not gonna say all the stress is gone. It's gonna be here until this situation gets straightened out. I understand that I've been told to let it go and not to worry about it, but it's easier said than done. I'm just tired. I'm tired of living under the gun. I am. I'm tired of being in the situation where I'm doing all that I can do, and it's still not working out. You know, if I were living above my means, I can understand it, but I'm not. I'm not. And I keep getting put in situations that are above my means that I can't change. That's another whole story, but maybe one day I'll talk about that, but I don't know. Right now it's not the time or the place, and I don't have the energy. I'm getting ready to make my way back home. This breeze feels so good right now. A sister is loving this breeze. Oh yes, see, Father, you getting ready to make me lay a cot out here on this ground, and he blew the breeze a little bit harder. Lord, I'm not playing. I'm so serious, cause that feels good. That feels real good. Oh, that feels good. But you know what? You got a lot of other creatures out here besides me. They got wings. They got stingers. They're worrisome. I'm not in their way. I don't touch them. I don't fly, walk around them, crawl on them, nothing. But they find every reason to get on me and my coconut oil. I don't bother them. They bother me. So I'm gonna go home and get back in my cocoon. It's enough for right now. Bless his heart. I came and parked under a tree so I could get some shade, and he said to me, "You need to find your bigger tree." But yeah, I'm gonna make my way back home. Please, please, please. If you like what you heard, please hit that like button, the thumbs up one. And please subscribe. I am so tickled. I am tickled pink at the few subscribers that I have right now, because I told myself when I started this, I said, you know what, if I can get 10 this month, I'll be so happy. I'm like right there. I'm like right there. I got 8. I'm like so tickled right now, and I just want to do backflips and everything, because we still got a few days left in this month, and just to see that, it just makes my heart so 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 happy. And it's not only all about me. We got to support each other, y'all. We do. We have to support each other. We have to. That's the only way we're going to grow. That's the only way we're going to, you know, be lifted from whatever our situations are. And we just trying to do a good and right thing. That's all. That's all. And please share my videos. I think this will be number 6. And my goal for the month of May was 5. So I'm going above and beyond. High five, girl. Psh, psh, there we go. I can't prop the phone right now because I'm on my scooter. I'm going to make something. I'm going to make a shield or something to go up front, a little pocket where I can stick my phone to, because this seems like a good idea. And I'll have my phone like right here in the front, where I can just turn everything on and have it stable. Yeah, that's a good idea. I had to get rid of my rear view mirrors because one broke. So some point in time I need to get more rear view mirrors. They help a lot when you're traveling down the road and you need to see what's coming up behind you instead of constantly turning. Yeah. So I'm going to make my way back home. Like I said, please don't forget to comment. I will, promise you, answer all comments, either in a video or individually or however. Feel free to email me at kittylay_createandrelate@gmail.com. All that information's in my bio, and the other these brain fogs, I'm telling you. But the other creators out here that I make mention of, and there are many, many more, please go check them out. Don't forget, subscribe, like, subscribe, comment, and share. 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 Hey, yeah, okay. One day I'm going to do some poetry for you all so y'all can see the other side of me, the other happy side of me. Crocheting and poetry. Those are my things. I might even do my signature piece for you later on tonight. We'll see. It's called I Used to Be Pretty. Yeah. Some of my poetry I can't do for y'all because it's for adults. Yeah, it's for open-minded adults, I should say. Yeah, but I'll keep that to myself. But I love you guys. And please, keep checking on the sister. Keep sending out those positive thoughts, and I'll keep praying and sending them out for you all. I love each and every one of you. I pray that you love yourselves and love each other as well. Until we meet again. Love, love, love.